yes, on the picket lines out in the neighborhoods, the police were getting more resistance. Policing a ghetto neighborhood where people had been subservient, now people were standing up to police officers, asserting their rights, talking back. And for many older police officers, this was a new problem. Why don't they behave the way they always did? You know, police officer says, don't do that. Now they were calling police officer Whitey. And on Friday and Saturday night, they were congregating, and when there'd be a family fight, you'd hear screaming and shouting because two white police officers would go into a black tenement, maybe to save a woman's life who was being beaten by her husband. But when the two white police officers came out on a Friday night at midnight and half the people were drunk, the screams, Whitey, Whitey, don't kill that black man, and a riot. And we had many major riots, but we had thousands and thousands of mini riots in those inner cities. And so the policy, make your arrest, get them in the car, get out of there. Well, that was new. 10 years before, that would have been laughed at. Get out of there. We're the police. We're the law. They will obey us. And now, make your collar, get them in the car, get out before a riot starts during the long, hot summers of the 60s.
Now, just like I said in the first video, everyone's a gangster until a gangster walks in the room. Shout out everybody that's tuning in tonight. Now, every time we mention Ronald Harvey, the conversation gets dark. This is one man you did not want to see at your doorstep. If his superiors want to send a message, they knew who to send. And when it comes to getting a job done, he's not letting anything get in the way. He did not have any patience for cops, as he used to slap police officers that would get out of line. Shootouts with cops, the whole nine. Now, all these other gangsters y'all call the boogeyman that only caught wreck in their city, man, put all of that to rest. Ron Harvey caught wreck all over the U.S. Just check his jacket. If something has to be done in Texas, he'll be there by tomorrow. If work has to be done in Chicago, he'll be there by tomorrow. If work has to be done in New York, he'll be there by tonight. Now, this was a man that worked hard but played even harder. He'll be out on a night with two white chicks on each arm. Now, the brothers at the Temple 12 wasn't feeling it, but they just looked the other way. He'll be whipping the latest caddy, wide body with two chicks in front with him. He owned a 1973 Caddy and a 1973 Lincoln Continental. See, the cops knew who he was, so it wasn't worth pulling him over for something petty like speeding. But a rookie cop made a mistake by pulling him over and wrote him a ticket, which caused the cop to get spit on. And that same cop will be the one that gets in trouble. This man was protected by the nation. He would get away with a lot, like threatening his victims in the courtroom. People wouldn't dare testify against him. He was so comfortable with crime and being untouchable that after the crimes he commit, he would be across the street with his men having drinks. Now, he was so afraid that his own men were scared of him. Younger guys were scared to be around him, especially after the Harvey massacre. Guys were scared to get in the same car as him. When he was arrested for the Harvey massacre, he made the $175,000 bail, which is close to $1 million in today's money. You think he'll show up to the hearing, right? No. After failing to show up, his lawyer tells the FBI that Ron Harvey was killed. By 1974, he had 28 arrests dating back to 1959 for attempted murders, grand theft auto, burglary, and assault. He was sentenced 6 times, but only served 2 days in jail. Yes, that's gangster. He turned a handful of young brothers into killers. You wanted to roll with him? You must be comfortable with catching a body. Shit. Now that's one dude you could truly say you needed a pistol to hang. Now, it was said by a close associate that when Ron Harvey walks in the room, it's like a dark cloud over him. The whole mood in the room changed. Now, grown men would turn their heads because they didn't even want to make any type of eye contact with the man. You could feel the intense energy. And if he was pissed off, you wouldn't want to be anywhere near him. So if he was pissed off, you better hope you didn't owe any type of money. But we're not glorifying anything we're talking about. We're talking about Philly, the home of the cop killers. Now later on this week, we're going to talk about how Ron Harvey and his boys did some things in the wrong territory in South Philly. So turn on your notifications. If you're not a subscriber, hit that subscribe button. Hit me up in the comments. And get the likes up. I am out. Peace.